Hi everyone, I'm so glad to have you with me today. It's a beautiful fall day out here. There's a good cool breeze going, and I am going to decorate my porch and hopefully my deck today. It may take me a couple of days, but hopefully by the end of this video I'll have it all done. I'm a little bit late getting started this year. I've just been so busy and just had a lot going on, so I'm a little bit late in getting my decorations out, but hey, better late than never, I guess. But anyway, I've been to the pumpkin patch and I've gotten all kind of pumpkins and mums. I don't know if you can see them all. So I've got some unplanning to do from my summer geraniums and the things I'll be not using. And then I've got lots of planning to do with these mums that I've bought. So I'm just going to get started doing my porch and getting in my little happy place, my little fall pumpkins and mums and all that. That's my little happy place. So I'm looking forward to doing this. So I hope you enjoy this video. Now, before I get into decorating, I wanted to share with you a little bit of our shenanigans at the pumpkin patch. And we go to this pumpkin patch every year. It's the sweetest little place. Now, here's Cooper and Cruz loading up their wagon. And there he goes. He's got to look at all the pumpkins. And he's starting to take off. And there goes Mama chasing him. Bless her heart, she's scared to death he's going to get to that road. And Bonnie, that's an awful big pumpkin for you to be picking up. Cruz is posing for his little picture. Oh, he's off again. And Nanny is giving him some little pumpkins, and he dropped one. Set him up pretty there, baby. And that pumpkin's bigger than he is. And what will we do without Greg? And here's Heather. She's picked her out a pretty yellow one. And Kayla's helping Cooper pick out just the right one. Well, here we all are, this one big crazy bunch. But they're my crazy bunch, and I sure do love them. Okay, the first thing I'm going to start with is this poor little dead boxwood. Ricky and I moved some. We had some to die on us a couple years ago. So at the beginning of the spring, we moved a couple of the boxwoods around here to the front. And this one just didn't make it with all the drought we had this summer. And it just, bless its heart, it didn't make it. So I'm just going to pull this thing up. And I've got an idea what I'm going to do with this hole right here until spring, when we can maybe decide what we're going to do about the front of here. So I'm just going to try to, it's probably so dead and it hasn't been in the ground but since spring, so hopefully I can just pull this thing up. Oh yeah, it's loose. It's not going to take much to pull this up at all. Well, I say it's not. Maybe. Here we go. I think we're about to get it. And here's how I covered up the hole I was left with. Used my B-scap and a mum. Okay, I'm going to start with this thing because I've got an idea what I want to do with this planter. I'm so sorry, pretty little sweet potato vine, but you grew so pretty for me all summer. I feel guilty pulling him out. Boy, these asparagus ferns are hard to get out of here. I'm saving these asparagus ferns because I may use them beside my front door with some pumpkins beside them. All right, now I think I'm gonna leave the asparagus fern in the back of this and then add my mum over here. but I'm going to get rid of these geraniums. They have bloomed so pretty all summer, but they're just not really going with my fall vibe. In this bucket. I think instead of using my broom to sweep this porch, I'm going to use my husband's little blower. This is a little one, not too heavy, so I'm going to try this. Now I'm going to try to take down this flag holder, take my flag down for this season because I'm going to put some corn stalks here on each post. So let's see if I can get this thing off of here. Did it work?
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah. Okay. Got my corn stalks up on each post. And now I'm going to get these mums in the flower pots because it's hot outside and they need to be in a bigger pot. So I'm going to put, I think this year, last year I used like a burnt orange. And I think this year, I think I'm going to go, the yellows were so pretty when I went up there to get them that I think I'm going to use the yellow out here this year. So let's see if we can get this thing planted. I think it's going to look better just having the mum in here. It's so big. Here we go, back to digging up asparagus fern again. See, these little things are so root bound. And these mums dry out so fast and take so much water. Hi there, little butterfly. You match the mom. All right, now I'm going to plant these two yellow ones in this double planter here. I think the yellow coming from the road, because we're not far off the road, but enough. I need something kind of bright to show up. So I think these yellow will be pretty this year. All right, now I've got all my mums planted. Got the porch all blowed off. Everything's fairly clean. Now I'm going to, I at first thought I wasn't going to use this fern, but I just think it looks better down here with something big in this brown wooden bucket I've got. So I'm going to try sticking a pumpkin in the middle of this fern and see if the fern looks too bad. Nah, I think that's okay. So let's leave that there, and then I'm going to work on this. my plan for this, you know, I had all this stuff planted in here last spring. Well, I've still got the dirt. I'll save that for next year, and then it's lined with plastic. So what I'm going to do is I bought some of this straw. I didn't want a big, huge bale of straw, so I just bought some of this. And let's hope this isn't too messy. At Joann Fabrics. I'm going to have to cut this wire. And I'm just going to lay this all down in here, and then I'm going to put some pumpkins in here. So let me get some wire pliers. I bet I'm going to regret this. I bet this is going to be so messy. Maybe not once I get the pumpkins laying on here. All right, now let me get a few pumpkins. All right, let's see what we got here. Maybe one more little pumpkin. Now let me clean up my mess I've made. Well, y'all, I think that looks pretty. I think what I'm going to hang on this wall, last year I had a basket with some corn in it, corn stalks in it, and I had my little witch hanging over here. But I think I'm going to try just hanging my wreath. This is the wreath that I got from Esley Pelly's place, the garden patch at Smith's Grove. And it's been waiting patiently in my basement for me to get out here and decorate. So I think I'm going to hang it on this wall. So let me move my hook down. If I've got that centered. There we go. And I added, a few minutes ago, I added my pillow that I had last year that I made out of the orange burlap with the owls. I'm going to set it on here. I'm going to plant this mum in here. I was just going to use the yellow, but now I've decided that this table needs something, so I'm going to use this rust-colored mum. Get some of this dirt out of here. It's cooled off here now, this porch where the sun's not. We get the morning sun out here, out front, and it gets warm out here pretty quick, but it feels good out here now. All right. Now, when I was in Indiana at the antique show with Teresa Waltz at her place, I bought this beautiful bittersweet wreath, real live bittersweet. I'm trying to decide if it looks better this way. Let's try this, and I'm going to hang it on my front door. I think that looks pretty. Okay, and now I've got this cutest little doormat, the shape of a pumpkin, and I bought this last year, and I can't remember where I bought it. I can't remember, but I forgot I had it last year and didn't use it. So this year I'm going to use it. Okay. Now I need something to go right here in this corner, since I got rid of my fern over here. Let me think. And y'all, I've got to show you this cute thing here. Look at that adorable crow hanging, holding a little pumpkin. So he's two-sided, so he looks great hanging. You can see him from both sides. This came from the sweet lady down at Simply Primitives in Alabama, Donna Wright. She gave me this. She made these, and they're just darling. So I'm going to hang him right there. I think he looks so cute. The little pumpkin in his mouth. He looks perfect there. Thank you, Donna. I love him. Well, y'all, I think I'm going to try my little scarecrow that I made. I've had him a few years. He's still got a little life left in him. I think I might put him right here as long as he doesn't interfere with me opening the door. Let's fix your little hat, Mr. Scarecrow. He looks good there, but I think we need maybe some pumpkins or something down around his little base. We'll see. But I definitely need something over this shelf, and I've got to work on this shelf. Hope this sign will work. I made this sign a few years ago. Old Salem Inn. It's just got the profile of a witch. I love this little sign. But I don't know if it's going to fit up here with my little fixture. Oh yeah, I think it'll be fine. Let me get me a hook up here. My little handy dandy hooks that I use that hook into my siding that I ordered off of Amazon. Those things are the greatest. Okay. Well, I don't think it could fit any better if I tried. Yeah. Now we'll add some pumpkins or something up here that looks fall looking. Let's see. Let's try to add this corn in here a little bit. I think that looks pretty. I like that. Let's try this. Yeah, I think that looks cute now. Yeah, I think he looks cute there with the little sign. Added a few pumpkins. Left my baskets and my Crocs. And we've got this on the door. All right, now let's work on the other end of the porch. All right, now I'm going to work on this little table. And I always have to have my little pumpkin out here that lights up. So let's plug him in. Let's move this. Keep our fern here and maybe add a pumpkin or something right here. Go see how many pumpkins I've got left to work with. Now I've got a firkin that's full of corn stalks in the house that couldn't find a place to use it so I'm going to go get it and set it out here. I think this pumpkin might look better in the middle. What do y'all think? I think he looks better there in the middle. Okay. Well, y'all, I've finished the front porch, and now I've moved back here to my back deck. I'm going to do a little bit back here. It needed a good cleaning, and it's amazing how dusty everything gets. So I've been out here doing some cleaning, and I'm going to change some of my cushions. I had the navy blue cushions and some red out here that looked really good for summer, and I really wanted something a little more neutral for fall. So in a little bit, I'll tell you about a good deal I found on some cushions. But before I get started with all that, I've got some mums and some pumpkins, and I need to plant a few mums. So I'm going to plant my mums first, get that done, and then I'll start adding in some more fall looking decorations. So I'm going to get right to it. All right, so I like these cushions. I got really lucky. They fit good. And I use these in the spring and summer, the navy blue. And I changed these from the navy blue cushions to the more neutral color. And I ordered some pillow covers on Amazon, real cheap. I think it was like $9 maybe for both of them. And I'm going to cover these blue pillows so they'll match better for fall. Alrighty. Now here's the cushions I was going to tell y'all about that I got. We have a store here called Big Lots. And I don't know if you guys have them where you're at, but this particular Big Lots was going out of business. And I just happened to go in there and see what they had. It said everything was on sale. And they had all these cushions, these outdoor cushions. And I usually have a red set that came with this little glider. And they had the cushions. I got cushions to go on everything I had back here. 3 chairs, this glider for, I think the 7-piece set was 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more chairs was $27 for that. And then I spent, I think, 19 on some more. I've got cushions for days, y'all, and it was the best deal because for those of you that have bought these cushions, they are not cheap. They're high, so I was excited to get some that were neutral color. So I had 2 more of these blue checkered pillows that I'm going to cover in some little Halloween pillows that I had from last year. I've just got some crows and owl. And this one has a crow. So we'll see what that looks like. I wished I had some more of the orange check pillows, but I only ordered 2. So let's try this. Now, I'm hoping this one will fit as good. Probably won't because this was kind of an odd chair that I had. But I thought as cheap as they were, I'd take a chance. Well, that looks okay. Now we'll see how the top part fits. It's heavy. Looks better than this white chair, so it'll be okay. I'm going to plant this mum. And I think instead of using this gray bucket, I'm going to use this instead. Kind of like the wood, this color for fall. And it's already got some dirt in here. I believe that's the prettiest side. I love this little bee skip from Miss Betty Crow. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty. Okay, I've made my way over here, and I went ahead and planted this mum in this bucket. I thought it looked good with the watering can. And now I'm going to add this wreath. She's just about seen her better years, but I'm going to try to use it one more year. The wind kind of has gotten to her. I got a new one to go out front this year up at the garden patch, and I'm just going to try to use this one. I'm going to try it and see what it looks like. You can tell she was hanging on my porch, and we must have had a windstorm because everything is blowing that way. Now I think I'm going to work on my table. I've got to clean it off though. I've got a mess over here. So what I think I'm going to do on this table, I'm going to use this, whatever this thing is. I've used it in my living room usually every year in front of my fireplace on my little table. But this year I ended up doing something else, so I think I'm going to use it in the center of this table with a pretty pumpkin in the middle. Let me make sure I've got it centered. Okay. Of course, I have loved this thing. I know I've probably told y'all before, but I got this at a yard sale one time for $5, and I have used it every season for something. But I think these are my favorite, my absolute favorite pumpkins. This color, this shape, I think they're so beautiful. So I really like the way that looks on the table. There's a little better view of it. I think that is so pretty. And before I start on this little table, I ended up putting my sign back up here instead of the corn stalks in that basket. So I may do something else with that, but I think the sign looks better. Now for here, I'm just going to set me a couple of pumpkins. And let's see. I think I'll set this crock here. My corn stalks in it. And I think instead of these two little ones, let's see if this bigger one will. Let's see if this bigger one will set here. I think it looks okay. It's a little simple, but I think it looks okay. And I think I'm just going to lay a couple of these pumpkins up here in the middle of this. There we go. Now I got this cute little piece from Susan Jenkins with the old so-and-so. She called me one day and she said, I've got a little bee-skep shed that I know you're going to love. They were having a sale over there at Antiques on 231. She said it's only $5, so I'm going to put it back and hold it for you. So I went over there and got it, and I just love it. And I think I'm just going to set a pumpkin down here. I think it would just be real cute with a pumpkin. How cute is that? I love that. Thank you, Susan. I love it. Well, y'all, I think all I like out here is sweeping it off, maybe blowing it off. Just a little bit of mess I made. And then I've got a couple of rugs that I got that are more neutral color. They're not the blue and reds like I use in the summer. So I'm going to sweep it off, put my new rugs down. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and then I'll give you guys a finished view of what it looks like.